Hey everybody, Jay Marino here, welcome back. Thanks for joining me today for some more Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. We're moving forward in the Mongols campaign, and there's actually a Mongol conquest event going on right now. Maybe I'll play the Mongol Raiders scenario at the end here. Not of this video, I mean at the end of the campaign. So, let's head over to Mission 5, The Promise. Only 2 left.
Old wolves do not die gracefully. Warriors their whole lives, they do not know how to live when they grow old and their fangs fall out. Such it is with Mongols as well. Genghis Khan was now 80 years old. On the night when we knew our glorious conquest was about to end, Genghis summoned his sons to his tent. They found their father shivering before a fire, delirious with pain. "My descendants will wear gold," he said. "They will eat the finest meals and ride the finest horses, and forget to whom they owe it all. A deed is not glorious until it is finished." And he refused to die until Ogadai, his third son, promised to continue the war. Ogadai emerged from the tent, carrying his father's bow, and declared, "This storm is not yet finished. I hear the sound of lightning, and it strikes in Poland." The church bells rang in Europe when they saw our horde pouring out of the mountains. The armies of Bohemia and Germany hastened to Poland's defense. To them, our army might have been from the underworld itself, still commanded by the shade of the great Khan.
Okay. So we're heading into Eastern Europe this time. Capture the German, Polish, and Bohemian flags. Ogadai Khan is restricted to 125. Do not spend all of your stone at the market. You are going to need it. There's probably going to be some weird thing that pops up later where we're going to have to build walls or something, if I had to guess. To capture an enemy flag, you must bring at least one military unit close to their respective banner. Okay, we'll need to expand soon to strike at the United European armies. The Polish have taken to their position to the east. They have knight swordsmen at mangonels. In the south are the reasonably well-fortified camps of the Germans. They will send pikemen and crossbowmen, led by Teutonic knights. Also make use of battering rams. Okay. So that's red. Red is... So, really, the only people that I feel like threaten me directly are people with siege weaponry. So, like, the Poles, for example, they can harass us early, but they don't have anything that can actually destroy my base. The Bohemians are your strongest opponent. They are passive initially, but the fighting will be fierce should the Bohemian army attack. Though Bohemians have access to siege weapons of all kinds, and also own a huge army of paladins and champions. Okay, well, those are going to get mowed down by Mangodai eventually. All right, let's go. Okay, start making more hunters. I guess the first step is I'm just gonna look around. Always seems to be the most important thing, right? Well, we started with some Mangodai, but no scouts, so unfortunately we're just gonna have to run through here. We're kind of in a strange starting location. Like, not strange, but it's just, you know, it's certainly different.
King Wenceslas is approaching with a huge army. Scouts have located a region in the pass ahead where we can make our stand. If we build strong fortifications, we will smash their army against our walls and towers.
Okay, so there's a relic up here. You know what I'm going to actually do is send workers up there to build another town hall. You go on no attack stance, please. You guys return that food, and I'm going to send you up here. I think I'm just going to make my second town hall straight away because we started in the Castle Age. Right there is fine. Let's keep looking. Again, we've got some really good information. So there are the Poles. Oh, now we have an actual scout. All right, let's run you back here. We have stone there. We probably want to get that started as soon as possible. We need to get lumber and stone, like, ASAP. Those workers are making their way up there. We're getting some food from these fishermen, which is nice. And we want to transition from farms eventually. Into farms eventually. Okay, you come on back down here. Again, I'm just going to keep looking down this pass to see, like, what are the ways that enemies can get into our base. Because, like, this seems like a really good spot for a gate. But if they can get to us from up here also, it kind of doesn't make sense. Okay, well, there's a castle there. Let's just sort of run by this and see. Is this connected? No. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, we're going to build walls, like, right there. That makes the most sense to me. We started with a little stone, so I think the sooner we do that, the better. I'll feel very, very safe. So let's get that set up. Okay, I'm gonna get some more workers. Actually, not up there. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Let's go ahead and start doing, getting some wood. Okay, and then Mangudai. So this is all safe up here. There's nothing that can get to us. We'll have good wood income from the top left. So it seems like, yeah, these areas down here are the ones that we need to be most concerned with. Let's kind of head down here and see what we can see from the Polish enemies as well. Just keep making workers. There's really nothing else to do at this point. And the sooner we can get a monastery to garrison the relic would be good. Okay, so that's the Polish base right there. So this seems, I mean, I haven't used gates or walls, but I've been waiting for the right opportunity to do it, and this seems perfect, so. Let's do it like that, just close it off, and then we can start harvesting from the lumber there. This is done. I'm going to go ahead and start getting more villagers on lumber. We'll get a lumber camp set up so that we can upgrade those. Let's move our combat units down here. And when you're done with this, go to make a mining camp so we can start getting some more stone. We're gonna need houses here pretty soon, actually. I guess I could have used the houses to block for us. At the end of the day, I should use H to tab through these. Okay, so again, just keep harvesting this food, and I'm gonna go ahead and start getting farms. Really, wherever they will fit. Okay, so I think this is blocked. Again, then we might want to set up another wall up here just to make sure they can't get to us. Keep making workers. Let's throw them down here on stone. We can actually get a castle, like, right here. Like, just plop it right here. That would be perfect. Okay, and then as these folks run out of things to hunt, we'll just go ahead and transition them onto farms. We're able to fish here a little bit as well, so every little bit. Okay, just cram farms in wherever they'll fit at this point. That's all we gotta do. And then we're gonna need more folks on lumber. Don't stop making workers. Now we're gonna need more houses. We're kind of at a point where you just gotta like cram them wherever they will fit. I can use the houses actually to block like this if I really wanted to. We can't get too close to that castle. But again, I feel very safe, which is quite nice. Okay, our stone income is looking okay. Keep making workers. Throw them, I guess, down here on stone for now. Again, I have to get in the habit of hitting H. Okay, and this is where we're just going to have to start cramming farms wherever they will fit. And then let's grab a monastery. I can't afford it. I think we're going to need more gold for that. Actually, let's go ahead and start putting workers here specifically on gold. Okay, I don't have any idle workers, so that's good. Let's go ahead and just continue getting farms. Again, it's not very pretty, but it's fine. I really would just like to get a castle quickly here. These fish, I mean, they're providing a good amount of food income. I'm very happy with it. It's really just ensuring that we continue to make workers where necessary. Guess we'll put these on lumber or maybe gold. Again, we've got gold income up here. That's all good. Let's go ahead and get that lumber camp so that we can get those upgrades. Yeah, trees down there are fine. Nobody's attacked us yet, so I'm feeling pretty safe. So eventually, again, we're going to need to get up here to kind of wall that in. Okay, get those set up, and then when you're done with that, let's go and get another mining camp for more gold. Continue making workers. The houses should come up very, very quickly. I think food now is going to be our major issue. There's just not a lot of space for me to cram more farms in here. Not as many as I would like, at least. I shouldn't have built those yurts right there. It's because of the Mongol event we've got yurts instead of houses. What do I need for a monastery? Just lumber. Okay. Well, let's just keep making workers and put them on lumber. And then what we'll do is grab bone saw just so that we can get those faster. I can make a castle now. So let's figure out the best spot for it. How about right here? You know what I'm going to do is just mass build this, and then you can all go back onto stone when you're done. Okay, looks good. Keep making workers. Where are these workers going currently? I don't actually know. Kind of at the point where I don't need that many... Well, you always need more workers, but I think right now we're in a relatively comfortable position. That relic is actually in the way. So let's go ahead and build this so that we can get the monk and get it garrisoned, and then it won't be blocking me anymore. Continue making villagers for lumber. And then we'll just cram in more farms here. Those fishermen are still going strong, you know? Here, come on back here, and then I'm gonna, again, really... The interesting thing on this one is space. Like, I just don't feel like I have that much space. So guess what? We'll go ahead and make more mangu dye, and then we're going to start saving our food so that we can grab a castle. Actually, we're going to need gold for that. Okay, let's grab one monk. Keep making workers. And because of space, again, I'm actually just going to build my yurts just sort of up here. Get a lumber camp down there as well. Okay, I feel very safe. Obviously, this up here, I may want to grab another set of walls. And in fact, let's grab one or two guys. Somewhere in here is my stone camp to return the stone. I guess here, return it here, and then walk your way up here, and we'll make a gate right there, which should be out of range of the castle. I could get another castle as well. Let's go ahead and upgrade my gold harvesting. Again, somewhere in here was like a place to return my stone, and I can't find it, so I guess we're just gonna queue them both up here. We can get wheelbarrow. Okay, so we obviously can't get too close. This actually fits perfectly, so we're just gonna do it like that. Okay, and then let's grab a lumber camp here. Keep making workers. We're going to need more yurts pretty soon. And I'm going to go ahead and actually cancel these so that I can start getting... get to Imperial Age. Alright, so I got my economy going pretty strong, and I'm very well defended. I could build another castle here, but I don't know if I'd be able to get in and out if I did that. So that's fine with me. And it's very possible the enemy's not attacking me specifically because... specifically because I have... Oh, well, no, never mind. There they are. See, how did he get in here? Can he fit through there? I don't even know anymore. Okay, so we need to get a market as well. And now I have to start being able to fit all of my extra buildings. We need an archery range for upgrades. We need a university for upgrades. Looks like we can start building some stuff kind of in this area. Okay, so let's go university. I don't really like the placement of a lot of this stuff, unfortunately. And then we'll go stables. And then we'll go siege workshop. I guess that's just how it's got to be. Again, it's not great. We're almost to the Imperial Age. We'll grab Thumb Ring. Our stone income is fine. I'd like to get moving here pretty soon, actually, but I need so much food. Like a crazy amount of food. We can throw some extra workers on gold right now. We need a crazy amount of food to upgrade our Mangudai. To upgrade our siege weaponry. All of that stuff. Perhaps not super necessary because we can just make trebuchets instead. In the meantime, I'll just keep spending some money on Mangudai. I don't think in the grand scheme we're going to need that many. We haven't gotten attacked, like, at all. So, you know what? Cancel that, because that costs food, doesn't it? Save our food so that we can just get elite Mangudai. I mean, I can always buy more food, too. I'm less concerned about that. Food is one of those resources that, like, once you get all the upgrades that you're looking for with it, then you're just going to explode. Throw some more yurts in here. Okay, here we go. So let's move some Mangudai up here. They're not going to be able to get through that. If we had our accuracy... Okay, we're definitely going to want drill, so let's queue that up while we wait. They're not going to get through that. We just throw some Mangudai behind there. Yeah, this works pretty well. Once we allow these to have better accuracy, we'll be all set. And until Red starts bringing in siege weapon, we should be fine. At which point our Mangudai are going to be able to do everything we need them to do. Okay, elite Mangudai. And then I'd love to start getting some basic upgrades for my blacksmith. Again, food is going to be our major blocker at this point. There's no room for any farms here, actually. Just wherever I can fit farms is where farms are going to go. Okay, and then I guess you can come up here and repair this. Not super necessary. All right, so Poland's not going to be doing too much here. So let's go get some blacksmith upgrades and then capped rams. We can get normal battering rams while we wait, along with Mangudai. I don't think we're going to need too many, but we'll see. Let's grab our heavy plow upgrade. We have Thumb Ring. Parthian Tactics is really expensive, but I think worth it. I don't know. Is it? Where was that? It was at the stable, wasn't it? Okay, we'll go husbandry as well. I've got good gold income, but still, I mean, my food income should really be popping off here, but I'm still not quite where it's still not quite where it needs to be. Okay, I don't have any idle workers, surprisingly. I was going to go ahead and start making some more yurts. I always like to use the lumber harvesters for the yurts. Okay, the Poles are in the Imperial Age. I should have gone and attacked them, like, much earlier. I don't know why I didn't. So we'll go capped ram into siege ram, and then we'll be ready to go. Okay, university. We want chemistry, right? We need chemistry, and we need ballistic. We need both of these. Let's go chemistry. Go ballistics. And then siege engineers, of course, would be nice. There's so much at the university that's always good to have, but I don't think we need murder holes right now. Again, I'm just going to keep making elite Mangudai, which should be enough. I'd like to just go and kill blue. I think, again, I'm still not really in the zone of, like, when to attack super early and when to wait. Like, this one, it struck me as, like, you can kind of turtle in these mountains, so we should just wait. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm going to hotkey my structures. So I feel like I'm trying to get in the mode for like how I use my hotkeys here. Guess you guys can be on lumber. a lot of gold. I guess conscription could be fine. I'm gonna continue upgrading my Mangudai damage. Just keep making more of them. I would love to get more castles. We can use those. We can build them kind of in forward areas and go from there. 1,000 food for siege rams. That's obviously where we want to go next. Again, I don't have much space, so I can't really build much else. You guys can come on down here, because I'm not too concerned about this. I can just build a watchtower up here, really. And that should keep it relatively safe. They're not going to get through there. Unless they come in with siege weaponry, which they said they might later, but for right now, I think it's fine. Okay, so let's grab Siege Ram, and then let's go. I think that should be all we need. I mean, I can get a couple trebuchets, but again, it's not really something I think is super necessary right now. Let's sell some lumber. Okay, and then once we move out and I can get like a forward castle set up, then we'll have better Mangudai production. These workers, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Let's just buy some food real quick so that we can queue that up.
Lord Ogadai, we are taking too long to construct our defenses. The Bohemian cavalry could arrive at any moment.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Can I even get out? I don't think I can get out. I'm gonna have to delete these walls. Oh, I just deleted a Mangudai. Okay, well, I'm not happy having to have done this, but it's what happened, so. Okay, looking good. Again, just keep making siege rams. I had more rams. Where did they go? Are they hiding behind my... Can they get out? Okay, well, they're the mangonels, which are going to absolutely ruin me if I'm not careful. Speaking of that, we should grab Hussars here as soon as possible. Okay, roll on in there, buddy. As you can see, I mean, we're going to mow down any infantry. My biggest concern are going to be... I think these guys can make it through. Let's see if we can kind of bait these into attacking and then kill them individually.
Mongols will go for certain.
Wonderful. And they're scared of us, so we should be all good. You guys just kind of stay back. No reason to run in there. Here come more rams. I'm going to start making some trebuchets as well for later. We don't need too many of them. They're just heavy on golds. Okay, and then just cover them. Just cover them. That's it. Wasn't there the upgrade at the university? Siege engineers. Yeah, there we go. Castle, just go for it. Let's just run on in and start picking off workers, and then I'm going to start making hussars because we're going to have plenty of food. I can get one more farm as well.
Polish flag capture.
Oh, okay. It's just that easy. Okay, they're garrisoning. Yeah, so these things can do a lot of damage to our rams. Just when I mean, we can one cycle them, so there's that. Okay, they can't garrison anymore. There goes the castle, and we captured their flag. I guess I could technically leave, but this seems, you know, any resources they have, I would like. It's really that straightforward. Okay, so all my rams. I think we want to make sure that my rams are on aggressive stance, and then they're just going to mow through this whole base. Meanwhile, we've got the hussars coming up. think all my blacksmith upgrades that I want are done. Don't need chainmail, right? Because that's just infantry. Why don't we go ahead and move down here and we can build our town center, a new town center where their town center was for more food. I don't know. Anyway, also we know that they can. Why is he marked as idle? It's an enemy worker. Okay, so they've resigned. That's great. So let's look around. I didn't even look and see what we were supposed to do. I haven't even looked. Okay, build castles in the flagged area. I guess we should do that. I mean, they warned me that the Bohemians would be coming, but frankly, I'm really not that scared. Considering they're not going to be able to get through my... Well, yes, they will be able to get through my gates. Okay, let's go ahead and get some more. Did they have a market, or did I probably already destroyed it. Okay, whatever. So this looks like a dead end. So we killed the poles. I think that was, you know, way too late. We could have done that so much earlier. So now we have to come all the way down through here and get rid of this castle that's up there. So let's get our trebuchets up here. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this amount of hussars. And then we can build even more stuff later. So I guess we'll save our... I mean, we could buy stone at the markets. We need to build 3 castles. We have enough to build almost 2 right now. So we're going to have to be buying stone, which means we're going to need more gold. Which means, I guess, anywhere there's gold on the map, we need to take it. There's not much, but we have to... Again, we have to take what we can get. Next, we're going to go for red, as I mentioned. We just have to wait for these trebuchets to make their way up. Slowly but surely. And I'm going to rally new units up to this location. Too many hussars. Okay, I guess we could have taken this out way earlier in retrospect. But, like, this castle's in a pretty good location to defend against us. What I'm wondering is maybe the Bohemians don't actually show up until we've actually set the castles up. Like, that's kind of the whole point, I wonder. Okay, unpack. Are these are the Teutonic Knights. Okay, let's move in. So you guys all auto-attack me, my rams. They're all on aggressive stance, and then we'll move up with the rams and the trebuchets. Okay, cool. Maybe I'll go kill red before I set these castles up, because it really doesn't seem like I'm in a super rush to do it. I will move my workers up here. Oh, okay, well this is unfortunate. Trebuchets, go ahead and attack this. I guess I can use the rams also to just auto-attack through the walls. Okay, looks good. And again, we're getting mild gold income here. We're going to have to buy stone, as I had mentioned. That's not that big of a deal. Here comes red. Again, I'm not too concerned. We just have to look out for these, like, infantry attacks. We're coming in! Here come my trebuchets. It's going to take them a while. Okay, here's a bunch of stone, actually. So let's go ahead and get this going as soon as possible. And as workers become available, we'll just go ahead and transfer them onto this so that we can get these castles set up, like, as soon as possible. Go ahead and just destroy... well, we don't have to do that. Let's just go and see if we can find how we get to Red's base. How about that? So that's got to be priority number 1. This is not the direction I would have expected to have to take to get to Red, but this is where we're going. Wonder if I could just go attack the Bohemians. Again, the Bohemians are not attacking me. So it's very tempting to just they're gonna show up here soon, I feel like, so I should probably take it seriously. Okay, we're doing great on lumber, and we're at the point where I could probably just buy most of the remaining stone rather than mess around with this at this point. So let's I guess let's move up here. We just have to build castles, right? Should go for a wonder victory. Let's build at least one. Let's save also, because it's like I'm overkilling a lot of these missions, I feel like, in the grand scheme, but I guess I'm having a good time doing it, and that's what matters. Okay, Trebuchet is close behind. So let's see if we can force Red to resign. That thing on the high ground's kind of a rude placement. We want to stay close to our rams. Because they do die very quickly to melee, specifically. Okay, now go for this. Teutonic Knights coming in behind us. They're very slow. I imagine they do a lot of damage, but they really don't scare me that much. Maybe they have a special damage modifier of some sort. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's move on in. I think most of their army came out the other way, so we should be fine. Rams just sort of roll in and do your thing. Trebuchets, I'm going to unpack you and move you up. We're going to end up losing you, unfortunately, but this is fine, because, again, I'm pretty sure my Rams can take care of most of this. Random red units coming from that direction next. All right, so let's build my next castle.
German flag captured.
Oh, okay, well, that's easy enough. I guess let's just build them next to each other. We can build some walls in front of them, right? So, like, the Germans really didn't have much at all here. This really wouldn't have been a challenge. The problem is I run my Rams in way ahead, and then this is what happens. So let's build some more in advance. They're truly wonderful. And let's grab some more... Wow, we can grab more Mangudai from our front castles, our forward castles here. So we just gotta find all their workers, hunt them down, make sure they don't rebuild. And we'll start our last castle here. Where's my market? Let's just buy it. Got plenty of gold. Okay. I kind of like this idea of like a wall of castles here. And they just make Mangudai behind them. Have the Germans resigned? They have not. Let's make sure we get out of this base and make sure that they can't rebuild. Okay, they have a castle. Trebuchets, let's have you come over here and hit this. Very nice. Rams, go and do it. Meanwhile, again, the Bohemians still have not attacked us. I hope this one is technically considered inside the flags, and if not, we'll have enough stones soon enough.
We have completed the castles. We are ready to withstand the assault of King Wenceslas and his Bohemian knights.
There, I'll just build a big wall. Of course they rebuilt. Trebuchet's finally getting set up. And we are supply blocked. I just want to force the Germans to resign so that way I can face green without any distractions. Oh, gosh. Would it make sense to actually garrison these? No, actually, because we want them going out there and hitting the trebuchets and the rams and such. So let's move these up here to just kill these. They're going to definitely destroy some of these castles at the end of the day. All right, the Germans have resigned. So let's get up here and support our castles. What are you doing? Oh gosh, this is going to be a massacre. Oh gosh, it was indeed a massacre. Oh god. Oh gosh, okay. Well, I don't know what I expected. Where's my actual army? Are they here? Well, I lost basically all of them, but that's okay. We're just gonna remake our Mangudai. We're gonna remake our Hussars. We're gonna remake our siege rams. That was just terribly rude. I think at the end of the day, that was just a terribly rude thing of them to do. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to make another castle. We really only need one, I think. As long as if my army would have been up here in the first place, it would have been fine, but they're attacking me with the rams. They're attacking my units with the rams. Can't even be mad. Okay, where have I been even rallying my units in the grand scheme? It looks like here. Okay, so let's move on up. And then I have extra workers. Let's go ahead and move these down here. We can build multiple stables. You guys go back on. No. Finish that first. Okay, well that was no joke. Again, if I would have had the wall set up and if I would have had all my Mangudai up here in the first place, I would have been able to snipe the siege weaponry. I'm okay, I think, at sniping some of these onagers with the Mangudai. It's just, you know, it can be a little tricky. Okay, I don't really think that. I don't think there are any other upgrades that I need right now. I think we're good. Oh. Stop making rams. I have enough of them. Okay, you guys come on up here. Multiple castles. We're just going to make those Mangudai. We're out of gold, but we can sell food. And then we just have to actually get into Green's base, which is going to be its own challenge, I'm sure. Get some of these trebuchets out. Meanwhile, we're just going to keep making Mangudai. Those workers are on their way. Okay. It's a lot of Hussars. Let's just go ahead and scout out how to get into Green's base. This map, again, this map wasn't hard. It was just sort of a gotcha type situation. Oh, okay, so these are the bombard towers. So we're going to want to use trebuchets on these as opposed to rams, because I think these things can protect themselves pretty effectively against rams. I don't actually know for sure, but that's why I'm just making some extra trebuchets. What? Is it like a wolf or something? You can also check her, like, maybe there's like a way towards the back of their base to avoid the bombard towers, though I guess at the end of the day it doesn't really matter because I'm just going to destroy this stuff. Like, I'm already on track to destroy this stuff anyway. Okay. Oh, there was more stone down here. What's going on up here?
We have been stuck on this mountain for 15 years. Show us the way down, and we will gladly join your army.
Interesting. Just little findables. I'm always a big fan of goofy little findables, that's for sure. Okay, unpack. Now we've got 4 trebs, which we can use to kill these towers, and then we can just use rams to blast through this wall of gates, and we should be good to go. Obviously, getting through the gates will be challenging if they have a lot of onagers behind the walls, but we've also got a bunch of mangudai, which we can focus them down with. Surprisingly short on lumber, and I think that's just because I burned through a lot of the trees here. Like, all of these guys, I'm gonna, like, run down here and just make a lumber camp. Can't even afford it. This is where it's like I'm starting to get like a little impatient with the macro related stuff because like I just don't give a shit. But that's gonna affect my food, which is gonna, you know, if our attack goes sour and we have to redo all of this, then it's just gonna be a big problem. Okay, and you guys come up here, same thing, just go on that lumber camp. And then we got some random elite units and a free monastery. They look like step lancers, but I think they're not. I'm not sure exactly what they are, but that's fine. Okay, so all of you go on. Attack that, and then attack that. See if they unpack properly. So there was not a back way into the base, I don't think. We could also, I mean, we could check up here. I guess I could just use the trebuchets to break a hole in the gate, too. They're not flooding out to stop us, which I really enjoy. Okay, so we got all the rams. We got a nice big force here of melee units ready to support us. That's what I found, is just support your poor melee units. It's that easy. Or your poor siege weaponry, I should say. It's that easy. I assume these have a minimum range. Yeah, ultimately the Bohemian attack was just, it was very much gotcha. It's kind of a bummer, but it's alright. I have 1 monk. Let's get up close to the walls so that we can support our rams as they get into position. And then we'll kill that last tower up there. I don't see any units, like, right along the edges. Oh, that didn't... I mean, maybe it didn't hit. I was going to say, that didn't do a lot of damage at all. How did I get in? Is there a hole in the walls? One of my rams just, like, casually walked through. And I still have this mangonel from the beginning, too. Okay, we're going in. All we have to do is capture the flag, right? So we just have to run up to it. That might not be the smartest way to approach this. Okay, unpack here. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's behind walls and stuff. Just move up, and we're going to have the trebuchets destroy this castle. Like, yeah, if you get enough Magudai, then you can one cycle kill the onagers and the... Oh, yeah. We just need to break the walls, that's it. The trebuchets can kill the castle, but it's not ultimately even that necessary. We just need to walk in and take the flag. Okay. Again, I think I sort of overkilled. I just, you know, I didn't understand what was going to happen when we set those castles up, so I just figured my army was enough. Okay, cool.
All 3 flags captured. We are victorious.
Very cool. Let me see it. Give me the victory screen. Hello? I just realized this is like a silver check mark. I wonder if that's technically an optional objective. Maybe if we... Honestly, I feel like if I could have been offensive against the Bohemians, I would have been able to handle that force a lot better because my army was out of position. I didn't realize that building the castle would necessarily trigger them to come and attack me with that much stuff. But as typical, I'm a little self-conscious just about the time taken on these maps, if only because, again, I haven't played them, so it takes me a while to kind of scout out and get an understanding of the lay of the land. So that adds a big chunk of time, whereas if you come in knowing where everything is and the general layout of the maps, then you place your buildings in an order and a place where you know exactly what you can be safe from and how safe you need to be compared to how aggressive you need to be, etc., etc. I think we definitely needed siege weaponry to get rid of the Polish force, but we probably only needed a couple of rams to kill that castle. I didn't need to take as long as I did ultimately, but in any case, we did it.
European knights fight as individuals, but Mongols fight as part of a united army. Laden down with armor, the Polish and Germans could not catch our quick-footed horses. Time and again, we fired flaming arrows at them, then retreated out of range. When the enemy cavalry pursued, we would lead them into an ambush. The ambush was always announced by the Nakara, a huge drum carried into battle on a camel. 100 times has the Nakara sounded on this day. We were ordered to cut off an ear of every victim. 9 large sacks of ears were sent back to Ogadai Khan.
Gross. Cool. Well, I think we're on the last mission. I think, really, since mission 3, these maps have taken me a while, but they don't feel super challenging. Like, I feel properly challenged, especially as a relatively new player, so I'm happy with the moderate difficulty. Again, my main concern... I guess I could talk about this more at the end of the last one, but let me just say, my main concern with Age of Empires is how the beginning of each map is going to get really repetitive, and it's definitely feeling that way. The only difference is you don't know how safe you need to make yourself and how quickly. Like, me building the gate and the walls, like I put workers on stone, didn't feel super necessary. It felt nice and strategic, but not very necessary. Whereas, like, Mission 2, it said, hey, they're going to attack you early, and they did. So, like, I would err on the side of caution and focus on getting to a castle as fast as possible, and that's probably as safe as you really need to be pretty early on these maps. But I don't know. I guess it's just I'm concerned that it's going to start feeling very repetitive. And granted, I've only been playing the Age of Kings campaign, so I imagine the base game they were all very repetitive, and then you get into the expansions and they start introducing more novel concepts for the maps. So I suppose we'll look forward to that. All right, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.